So this is the North Shire of Valeria Lake, huh? It certainly seems peaceful and quiet around here.
The inn doesn't look too shabby either. I stayed here before when I was in the area on another job. The wine's great, the rooms are nice, pretty much what you'd expect from a place like this.
Too bad this isn't a pleasure trip.
You mean it's not? I, at least, intend to toss my cares to the wind for a while. Taking catnaps in the rocking boat by day and filling my belly with food and wine by night. Heaven. This is what a vacation is all about. Oh, come on, everyone. I was just joking. We can enjoy a vacation anytime, but now is the only time we can enjoy taking care of some would-be thieves. Even I, Olivier Lindheim, know enough to get my priorities straight.
I don't think this has anything to do with enjoyment or not.
Well, whatever. As long as he does his share of the work. Let's see if we can find the old man staying here that loves fishing.
Excuse me. Are you the man named Lloyd who's from Royal City?
Wow, he's really focused. He's turned everything out of his mind, but fishing. It looks like this is where my skills come into play.
What are you...
Just sit back and enjoy. Olivier leaned over and with a smile that left all kinds of things up to interpretation blew into the man's ear.
Ho, 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 oh my goodness, what in the... Who are you kids? And where did you come from?
That was a dirty trick to play on him, Olivier.
That was pretty low. How do you do this evening, kind sir? We tried calling out to you a moment ago, but we could see that, like a true professional, your attention was fixed upon your task. You're Lloyd, aren't you? Yes, that's right. How did you know my name? We heard from a certain old man about you. Do you have some time you could spare to speak with us? I see, so you heard from Mr. Kuano, huh? I saw a strange pair about 2 nights ago. It was the other night when I was out fishing on my boat. I was returning to the inn, dead tired after a day of battling it out with the lake's guardian. It had gotten late into the night. It was about that time when everyone in the inn is asleep in their beds. Hold on a moment, what do you mean by the lake's guardian? I'm glad you asked. The guardian is a giant salmon that swims the murky depths of Valeria Lake. It has been the feared king of the waters among fishing lovers for over a decade. I shouldn't have asked. It looks like you've thrown a log into the maniac's fire.
Is that really that huge of a fish like you say?
You bet your mirror it is. I've been chasing the darn thing for the past 5 years. Now that's what I call passion. I completely understand where you're coming from. Whenever I find something I like, I stop at nothing until I get a hold of it. For example, a bottle of Grand Chardonnay and such.
In your case, steal it is more accurate.
How about we get back to the story? What happened when you came back fishing that night? Oh, right. I returned the boat and was on my way to the inn when I saw an odd couple head out onto the road from the grounds behind the building. Onto the road? In the middle of the night? No doubt about it. They headed out on the new Ansel path. At first, I thought they were a group of people visiting from the city. But it was way too late for something like that, and when I asked at the inn, nobody knew a thing about it. Thought maybe I'd seen a couple of ghosts.
Ghosts? There are ghosts that come out here?
Just so you know, the 2 I saw were a young couple. They might have been 2 lost souls who committed a double suicide after not being accepted by those around them.
Oh, don't tell me anymore.
Brother, a bracer that's afraid of ghosts, guild is doomed. Not to mention her habit of always wanting to hear more ghost stories and other bizarre stuff. Now, isn't your being scared attractive in its own right, Estelle? Not sexy, but cute nonetheless. Like a little kitten shivering in the cold.
You'd better watch out because this little kitten bites.
Well, I was just kidding about the ghost part. But the couple did, in fact, seem to be one with a purpose and reason. I say this because the girl was wearing some rather odd clothing. What do you mean by that? I only saw her from behind, so I can't say for sure, but it looked to me that she was wearing some kind of school uniform.
A school uniform? It couldn't be.
It wasn't one from the Genis Royal Academy, was it? Wow, you really know your stuff, kid. Yeah, betcha. My niece goes there as well. Looked exactly the same as the one she wears. This whole event just got a little more interesting.
It's her. I know it's that lying tomboy for sure. We're finally onto her trail.
So she's an acquaintance of yours. Then while you're at it, tell the two of them not to fret and rush into anything they'll regret later on. If my mind isn't failing me, I could have sworn they said something about coming again tonight. This is where you'll be staying. I'll leave you here, so please relax until dinner is served. This is quite a nice room. It has a certain atmosphere that you just don't find back in the city.
Yeah, it's great, huh? It wasn't that expensive either.
What to do now? How about we relax until it gets dark? What a nice idea.
I'd be more than happy to do just that, but is it really okay to take it easy?
Rest when you can. That's part of a bracer's job too. This is our free time, so let's enjoy a meal, take a stroll, or something else.
Wow, what a picturesque view. The entire lake looks like it's glowing.
Too bad we can't see the royal city on the opposite shore because of the haze. But from here, it's easy to tell that this is the biggest lake in the kingdom.
This lake is like a fisher's dream come true. I bet it'd be a blast to throw a line in these waters.
Then how about it? It might be a nice change of pace for you.
Maybe I will. What are you gonna do, Joshua?
Let's see. There's a book I've been meaning to read, so maybe I'll just relax in that chair.
How old are you again? Only geezers talk about sitting back and relaxing. Young boys are supposed to get out and move their bodies.
I'll leave that part to you. Scheherazade and all of you are having a drink of chilled fruit wine together.
Shara, should you start drinking again when it's only noon? No matter how light the liquor is, drinking too much is bad for your health, right?
Don't worry, this stuff is just like water. Estelle, sometimes we all need to take a breather. I understand your concern for Shara, but you can leave her to me.
Actually, Shara's not the one I'm concerned about.
By the way, Estelle, what happened to Joshua? Did he dump you or something?
Yeah, actually, he did.
Really?
I invited him to come fishing with me, but he brushed me off for a book. Don't you think that's a little cold-hearted?
What, that's it? You had me going there for a minute. Aren't you going to fish? The pier looks like a nice spot.
How about you try too, Joshua? You're not so bad yourself, you know.
Just not as good as you. I think I'll just sit back here and watch if all the fishing practice has paid off.
Yes, this looks good. Definitely the best spot. Let's see about casting a few lines. It's already starting to get dark. I guess I ended up with a pretty good catch after all. Check this out, Joshua. Look what I caught.
2 fish. 2 very small fish.
What's this?
The book 100 Days War seems to have been left on the table.
I wonder if Joshua just forgot this. For being so sharp, he sure can miss things sometimes. I guess I'll just have to take it to him myself. Then again, I wonder where he could have taken off to. What are you doing whittling away the evening in a place like this?
Not much. How about yourself? Are you done fishing, or are you heading back into battle?
No, I've already had my fill. It sure has been a while since I did, though. Oh, that reminds me. You said you were going to read, but you ended up leaving your book on the table. You should be more careful with your stuff.
Oh, that. I actually finished reading it. My eyes were starting to feel a bit tired, so I thought I'd take a walk for a change.
Liar.
What?
You're hiding your feelings again, aren't you? I can tell that's what you're doing. And besides, that's not really fair. You always find a way to cheer me up when I'm feeling down. And while I may not be as reliable as Dad, I can still give you a shoulder to lean on.
Sorry.
It's times like these when you should say thank you and not apologize. You may be smart, Joshua, but sometimes you don't seem to know what's most important.
Maybe you're right. Thanks, Estelle.
Very good. Now that wasn't too bad, was it? Oh, right. And in return, how about you play me a song on your harmonica?
As you wish. Is the Whereabout of Light good for you?
Yep, that's the one I wanted to hear. I wonder why it is that when I hear the sound of your harmonica in the evening light like this, it makes me want to cry.
So you're still not going to ask? About my past, I mean.
We promised, remember? You were going to tell me when you felt like it, and I wasn't going to ask, right? And considering that 5 years has passed, it doesn't seem like such a big deal anymore.
Yeah, it has been 5 years, hasn't it? How can you just live with me for that long and not have a million questions? That day your father came home with this beat-up kid. Some random stranger who never says a word about his past. Why'd you take him in like that?
Well, it seemed like the obvious thing to do. Besides, you're family now, Joshua. And like I said before, I know you pretty well. You love books, you're a weapons geek, and you've got a serious knack for just about anything that comes your way. You're kind and fair, but you've also got a way of not letting others inside by using politeness like a shield.
Now wait a minute.
And you're caring and lonely. Of course, I don't know everything about your past. If you want to make comparisons, I don't know a whole lot about Dad's past either. But it doesn't mean that he and I aren't family, right? Being a family for us has more to do with me knowing his personality, his habits, the food he likes. You're no different, Joshua.
You make it nearly impossible to argue with you. You know that? It's been like that since the first time we met, and you gave me that flying kick to the gut as I was lying in bed. Wounded, I might add.
Did I really do that?
Yeah, injured and all, more than once.
I'm sure it was just a bit of a childish play. Blame Dad for my lack of social graces.
Yeah, sure, nice excuse. But anyway, Estelle.
What?
Let's make sure we solve this whole airliner mystery. I don't know if Dad's been kidnapped or anything, but let's resolve this with our own hands.
Sure. That's exactly what I intend to do.
How about we head back to the inn? I'm sure supper's ready by now.
Great idea. I'm starving. We need to eat our fill before we're ready for tonight.
They're still here. Help a fellow out. I'm begging you. I can't take another drink.
Wow. I think I've just reconsidered my opinion of you, Olivier.
It's pretty rare for anyone to still be conscious after a night of wine with Shara.
Well, didn't the two of you come at a good time? How about having a drink together? You're both good for that, right?
We're going to eat dinner now, so the answer is no.
Come on now, you two. When I say let's drink, we drink. You're gonna make me very angry if you don't sit down for a glass with me.
Oh, great. She's already reached stage 2. Rage mode.
Don't worry, Shara. Olivier says he's good for another couple rounds. How about having him keep you company?
What, so you can still drink more, can you? Joshua, how could you just give me to her like that? I can't. I can't.
Don't you feel sorry for the poor guy?
I don't know. Should I?
You're like a little demon, and cute at the same time, too. At least the fish are polite here.
I guess he'll be fine.
How about we sit at the counter? I hate to bother the two of them.
Right, good idea.
Please, Shara, I'm pleading with you, you and the fish. Don't pour me another glass. Ah. That's funny. I love the characters.
They're great to read.
Oh. Oh. Oh.
Oh, he's totally plastered. It looks like even a guy who takes his sweet time for everything couldn't stand up to a drunken Shara.
Oh, wow. What a night of drinking.
I've been so busy lately, I haven't been able to enjoy myself like this for a while.
And you're not even red in the face from all that alcohol. Are you sure you haven't had some kind of special training, Shara?
It could have been all the bizarre liquors I drank while I was in the troupe. You know, like the ones with scorpions and asps in them. I might have built up my resistance that way, but who knows?
Somehow I don't think that's the case.
By the way, what do you plan on doing with him? He's pretty much useless as he is.
Let's just let him sleep. He looks so peaceful now, and we wouldn't want to disturb him. There's a very high possibility that we'll have a direct encounter with the Sky Bandits tonight. And getting a civilian wrapped up in the middle of it wouldn't be a good idea.
Don't tell me you got Olivier drunk so he wouldn't be able to come along?
Well, of course I did, and he'll thank me in the long run too. After his raging hangover anyway.
And so that whole time,
you were just toying with him, weren't you?
Let's see, it's getting late. Let's hurry and begin our stakeout around the inn.
Don't skirt around the issue, Shara. Quiet, you.
For the time being, we're going to circle up to the far pier.
Understood.